realized that the old man must have been putting the moves on his daughter-in-law. Then, on another occasion, I was hurrying on my way at night when the glow of my flashlight fell upon a pair of naked bodies beside a pond. One was pressing against the other. When I shined my light on them, except for a hand scratching a thigh, the two bodies lay absolutely still. I quickly turned off my light and got out of there. One afternoon, during the height of the farming season, hoping to get a drink of water, I walked into a house whose doors had been left wide open. A man wearing shorts and looking quite flustered stopped me and led me outside to a well. He eagerly hoisted up a bucket of water for me from the well, then, like a rat, scurried back into his house. These were all common occurrences, almost as common as the folk songs I heard. When I gazed at the green earth that surrounded me, I came closer to understanding why the crops here grew so vigorously. That summer, I almost fell in love. I met an enchanting young girl, and even today, her dark complexion glitters and radiates before my eyes. When I saw her, her pants were cuffed up high as she sat on the grass beside the river. Watching over a flock of large plump ducks, she held a bamboo pole to prod them and keep them together. This timid 16 or 17-year-old girl spent a scorching afternoon with me. Every time she smiled, she would lower her head in embarrassment. I noticed how she secretly rolled her pants back down and hid her bare feet in the thick grass. That afternoon, I spoke endlessly and irresponsibly of my plans to take her away to see the world. She was both frightened and pleased. At the time, I was in quite high spirits and very sincere about what I said. During that short time with her, I was overcome by a bliss that extended throughout my body and soul. Never once did I stop to think about tomorrow. Only later, when her 3 brothers, each of whom was built like an ox, approached, did I start to get scared. I felt the best thing for me to do would be to get out of there. The faster the better. That is, unless I wanted to end up really marrying their little sister. It was just as summer arrived that I met an old man named Fugui. That afternoon, I made my way over to a tall tree with lush foliage to get some relief from the blistering sun. The cotton in the fields had already been harvested. A few women wearing scarves were collecting the cotton stalks. Every now and then, their asses would wiggle as they removed the mud from the stalk roots. I took off my straw hat and, reaching for the towel behind me, wiped the sweat from my face. Next to me, there was a pond, which had turned golden under the radiance of the sun. As I sat against the tree trunk facing the pond, I suddenly felt like I needed a nap. I lay down on the grass under the shade of the tree. Covering my face with my straw hat and using my backpack as a pillow, I closed my eyes. This me of 10 years before lay down amid the leaves and long grass and slept for 2 whole hours. During this time, a few ants crawled up my leg, but even in my deep sleep, my finger accurately flicked them off. I felt as if I had come to a shore, and the echoing shouts of an old man poling a bamboo raft seemed to reach my ears from far away. I awakened from my dream, and the voice calling out was actually crisp and clear. After I turned around, I saw an old man in one of the nearby fields, patiently trying to coax an old ox into working. The ox, probably already exhausted from plowing the field, stubbornly lowered his head and refused to move. The bare-chested old man leaned on the plow behind his beast, seemingly frustrated by the ox's attitude. I heard his bright voice say to the ox, "Oxen plow the fields. Dogs watch over the house. Monks beg for alms. Chickens call..."